Aurelius Prudentius, the 4th century. Simon, whom men called Peter, God's chief disciple, once, as the sun was setting, when the evening turns from gold to red, had pulled up his curved anchor, courting the breezes with his canvas, and wishing to sail across the sea. But night brought up such a headwind as disturbed the waters from their depths, and tossed and shook the vessel. The boatsmen's cries of woe and lamentation struck the skies amid the whistling in the ropes, and they had no hope left of escaping speedy wreck and drowning. When suddenly, at some distance, the company, whose perils had blanched their cheeks, saw Christ treading on the water, as if he were walking over a dry shore on a firm path. At this marvel, the rest of the men on board were struck dumb with fear. Peter alone, undismayed, recognized the Lord of heaven and earth and of the pathless sea, to whose omnipotence it belongs to put the waters under his feet. He stretched forth his hands in prayer, asking for the help he knew so well. But Christ, beckoning calmly, bade him leap down from the ship. Peter obeyed the command, but scarce had he wetted the soles on the surface of the water when he felt his steps give way and his feet slip and sink down. God rebuked the mortal man for the unsteadiness of his faith and his want of strength to tread on the waves and follow Christ. Then, with his hand, he raised his servant and set him up and taught him to walk on the heavy surface of the sea. In the same way, I, passing the safe bounds of silence, am brought into anxious peril by my restless tongue. For I cannot, like the disciple Peter, place my trust both in merit and in faith, but am such an one as manifold sins have shipwrecked and roll lightly over the waters. I have no skill in handling my boat, unless thou, O mighty Christ, reach forth thy hand to aid me with thy divine power. Aurelius Prudentius.